Every day in our lives, we are encountering forks in the road. And generally speaking, it is either a path of fulfillment or a path of unfulfillment that we are choosing between. And how to recognize this path of fulfillment? Well, path of fulfillment is actions that we took that left us better off than we were before. And path of unfulfillment is actually actions that we took that left us worse off than we were before.
We're talking today about how to walk the path of fulfillment and how you can start understanding the forks in the road that you have every day. Because the world makes it really difficult to make the right choices, to know which path to take. There's so many decisions to make every day. There's so many temptations and triggers and everything going on. But you know what? You have free will. And that's an amazing thing, because you can actually choose the path of fulfillment if you start to understand how to get there. And that's our goal today, is to educate you with a few teaching takeaways and also a few things and exercises you can do to take away and do on your own. So why don't you start off, Helena, and share the first teaching,
Yes.
And then we'll wrap up with the 3 teachings and the 3 takeaways on this video.
Yes, the first teaching is that we all find ourselves on the wrong path sometimes. That it is normal for you to daily sometimes realize that, wow, am I walking on this wrong path right now? And my question to you is what you're doing and what you have done actually fulfilling your need? Because a lot of times it might seem like it will, but really it might just be shiny and the shine will wear off. So, and if you have, at the end, if you are worse off than before, that's usually the path of unfulfillment. And that's my first point, is that you can actually realize that this is what I don't want. I don't want this path of unfulfillment and things that made me worse off than I was before.
Yeah, the second point we want to make is that the same action taken with expecting different results is actually by definition insanity. So what happens is that people so often look at the path they're gonna go down. They don't look at the outcome, they look at the path they're gonna go down, and they think that I'm gonna take this different action, which is the path, and I'm just gonna expect and hope it has a different outcome. That is insanity. So what we need to start doing is looking at the outcome. We need to look at the outcome and reverse engineer which path we should take. And Helena's going to talk about that in one of the takeaways for you today. So reverse engineering is the answer to that. So we need to start looking at the outcome to know which path we're going to take, because the path itself is not what we need to look at.
Yeah, and the third teaching point we have for you guys is, what is fulfillment? And that, resistance builds strength. So is it a pain of change that I want? Or is it a pain of regret that I want? Which one are you willing to go through it to? It's either or, really. And I want to explain to you that when you're walking path of fulfillment, it's not all unicorns and rainbows. And don't expect that you are gonna see unicorns and rainbows, because we all, even if we choose the things that make us better off, still doesn't mean that we're not experiencing suffering in our lives. So that is something that I want to really leave you with and understand, and what that path of fulfillment is more something that actually leave you better off for your internal being. So we would like to finish with 3 takeaways for you. And Sean, would you like to start with the first one?
Yeah, so the first takeaway is going to be for you to begin to review your life. Let's just start with the last month or the last few months. What we want you to do is ask the question, where have I gone down the path of unfulfillment? There's going to be some questions in the description box for you to ask yourself, but it's asking yourself, what thoughts did I have that led me down there? What actions did I take that led me down there? Which outcome was I seeking? Which outcome did I get? All these questions, we need to realize, wow, I went down the path of unfulfillment. This is what I'm not going to do this time. We want you to be able to be proactive in the future and propel yourself towards how to walk the path of fulfillment.
Yes. And the second takeaway I have for you is what Sean was talking about is the reverse engineering thought process. And this is something that I feel like is super helpful and has helped me so much. And the reality is, if I want a result, if I want something in my life that is going to give me a better result, then I need to look at the result. And I need to look at, okay, what actions do I need to take in order to get the result? And then I need to look at what feelings do I need to have in order to make this action. And then I need to look at what thoughts I need to have in order to have this feeling, have this, and then make this action and then make that result. So again, it's result. You look at the result, you think about the action that you need to take in order to take the result. You need to look at the feeling you need to have in order to create this action, and then you need to look at the thought you need to have in order to have this feeling. So I know it's a lot. There's going to be a description below, but trust me, this is an amazing tool, an amazing way to really practice what this road, and also realizing that generally the whole thing is about, I have been down there. Do I really want it again? Yeah. No, we have the choice to not go there again, and we have the choice to learn and to grow. There's no failure. There's just not admitting that we want to learn and grow from what has happened in our lives. So I would like to just leave you guys with a last point, and Sean is going to wrap up.
Yeah, so the last takeaway is 2 questions to ask yourself. There's much self-reflection and review in this teaching because it's so important to get to the root of what we actually want and what we're actually willing to do for what we want. So 2 really important questions. What am I truly longing for? And what do I truly need right now? And these questions are so important because if we take pornography for an example, it's not pornography or sex that somebody is longing for. It's not lust or anything like that. It's actually a lack of connection, a lack of companionship, a lack of love in your life. So you are longing for things that are healthy and trying to fill them with things that are unhealthy. So if we do the thought model, if we ask these right questions, what we're going to do is actually be brought to the path of fulfillment, because only the path of fulfillment will bring us to these things that we long for. So that is how you walk the path of fulfillment. You do these things, you realize what has happened in the past, and you reverse engineer yourself so the future looks different. So we want to leave you with that. That is how you walk the path of fulfillment. It's Sean and Helena from Secret Habit. We're so grateful to be able to make these videos, so thankful that you watch them, and we just wish you all the best. We're here for you if you need any help. We are the guides to getting through pornography, addiction, and betrayal trauma. So all the best to you.
All the best. Lots of love, and stay safe.